Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to have a look at the World Arena and the Supremacy tier teams that I've been running. Now these teams are not mine, I did not come up with these teams. These are, if you jump into rankings, you can have a look and you can go into Snake, Ziu, Uranus, you can go with Azu, Hunter, myself. We're all running the same teams, and these teams are very, very effective, but they do diverge a little bit from what I am running normally. So let's have a look. We'll jump into defensive lineup here, and we'll just have a look at the teams setup. Now, it is a very, very strange team setup. But there is method in the madness. So the method in the madness is that you've got your 3 Doomsdayers, as well as 3 Sacrifices, giving Schrodinger here increased attack of 500%, I believe. Yep. Oh no, sorry, the rest of the team is 500% of Schrodinger's actual HP. You also have, so it's the full 5 Phantoms that you do have. You've got your 3 Royals, 3 Dooms, you've got 2 Celestials, 1 Lightseeker, and 1 Deviant on the team as well. But it is primarily the Phantom synergy that you are going for here, especially with Schrodinger. She is very, very strong and has very much impressed me over the course of the past couple of weeks. In fact, while I've had her at this 12-star mark. So we've gone for relics. We've got Ocean's Maw. This is for primarily, it's more along the lines for restore 100 points of energy and increase the attack of all allies by 10% for 2 rounds at level 1. And then at the start of each round applies Moonlight to all enemies. You rarely get this. You're not going to do 15 hits to these enemies. But if you do, it's quite good. So you've got your spinning blade or whirling blade here. This is more for the stun than anything else, but it does also increase your reflect rate quite a bit. And then you've got the execution blades as well, or the judgment blades, I believe that they're called. Now the artifact here is all allies increase max HP by 100%. That additional 100% makes it even tougher for your enemies to kill your team here, especially with Dahlia. Very, very strong. Now, on to Team 2. Looks a bit weird, but it is, again, based on the faction synergies. So, Monarchs, not faction synergies, the rune synergies, my apologies. So, you've got 5 Monarchs here. You've got 4 Royals, 3 Sacrifices, 3 Valianters, 2 Deviants, 2 Celestials, and 2 Glorians as well. You do have your 3 Valianter Monarchs in Pandora, Vittoria, and Macaria. Then you've got Lee and Talanas as your other 2 Monarchs from the Ethereals team. Now you have gone for the Saw Blades. Saw Blade gives you relic energy every time you kill an enemy, and also it applies this attack reduction as well, which means your team are much less likely to get hit. You have also got your Death Scythe as well. This does a lot, especially for Deviant units, but applies to the Mauling Reaper effect, which is very, very strong. And also the Python's Mirror. Python's Mirror is the cherry on the cake for this entire team. The reason for that is because you are running Monarch, so there's no actual revival within this team. But if all of your units go down, with Python's Mirror, it returns 3 units to the battlefield. So very, very strong. Again, we've gone for this. So after all allies relic damage increased by 1000%, means you're going to do much, much more with your relics than you would normally would. And the relic that applies 1 stack for Holy Shield on our allies, this really doesn't matter because none of our relics apply Holy Shield. It's more the increased damage of 1000% for your relic damage. Now the next team is almost full Dooms. You've got your 4 Royals, 4 Monarchs, 4 Doomsdayers, 3 Blessers, 3 Celestials, 1 Lightseeker, and 1 Deviant. Your 1 Deviant being Leviathan. Leviathan very, very strong this season and will continue to be strong as well throughout the course of the next couple of seasons, I suspect, especially with that reflect back attack. You've got Audrey, who will steal enemy heals and take it for herself. You've got Arthur, who is the rock that you base the majority of your Dooms teams around now. Very, very strong. You've got Cleopatra to provide additional holy shields, and Halissa as well, who will also buff the team when she has reflect and attack stacks applied to her. You have relics. You've gone for the lance, which is the second most powerful, I think, relic in the game. You've got your undying shield as well, or sylvan shield, sorry. Undying shield. The Sylvan Shield, which will apply shielding to the team here, and you've also got your scales as well for additional healing, because as you can see, there's no actual healing on this team besides Hallis's basic attack. So very, very strong overall. And then you've gone for this as well. At the start of each round, all allies restore 25% HP. Very, very good. For sustainability, because again, this team relies a lot on taking a lot of damage. You should be able to take a lot of damage with this team, but there's no way of healing that damage all the way back up. So the 25% at the start of the round really does help. Next team, it looks a little bit weird. I know. It's the Protectors synergy that's doing it, or that you're really going for with these two. So you've got Gaia and Wukong as your protectors. You have your 4 royals, 4 Mystfires, 3 blessers, 3 protectors, 2 strikers, 2 deviants, 2 celestials, and 1 lightseeker as well. Tsukiyomi to steal attack and defense and apply it to your team. You've got Emily, who will apply stacks of corrode to the enemies and also increase the corrode stack limit. Mulan, who is gonna where have you gone? Mulan, who is going to apply burn to this back row when we do attack. So very, very strong. Gaia, who's going to increase our damage output and damage reduction. And also Wukong here simply because of the gourd effect. So we double the number of buffs that we apply. And as well, so what I mean by that, double the number of buffs with this gourd here. But also for the Protectors synergy with Gaia. And relics, we've gone for Underworld Key. You've gone for your gourd, and you've gone for Knight's Edge as well. Very, very strong. You've gone for the stun as well. So at the start of battle, applies stun to all enemies for 1 round, effective only in PvP, and increases attack by 20% as well. So very, very strong relic. The reason that you would use it is to gain that turn 1 advantage. So you stop enemies from doing anything on turn 1. Very, very powerful. Now we move on to Team 5. This again is a bit of a mishmash. You've got Elisha, Eudora, and Karnak as your ethereal units on this team, and you've also got Wu Zetian for the increase in damage reduction as well. So if you do have her runes, she also applies that damage reduction. She does steal enemy units as well. Gloria is to keep our front row alive. Very, very strong effect, especially combined with Wu's damage reduction. In case you don't know, Gloria does apply that damage reduction to slots 1 and slots 2. Karnak for the healing. Elisha for HP and crit ups, as well as doing massive damage later on in the fight, and Eudora to get those initial hits of damage. Now, gone for chest, gone for your Excalibur and also Demon Bane Whip as well. For this team, relatively self-explanatory. You want to get as many of these crits as possible. Unfortunately, chest does not trigger on this team because you don't have 4 faction types. But it is what it is. So it does the job. And for Artifact, it is all allies relic damage increased by 1,000%, and the stun duration effect increased by 2 times. You don't really stun on this team. However, you do stun with this here. So Grace of Shadow. Every dodge consumes 100 energy. All allies cast an ultimate after dodge, dealing damage and applying stun for 1 round. That gets extended for another 2 rounds as well, so very, very strong. Now, what I would say is probably the strongest Avengers team currently is Victoria, Mavis, Lachesis, Janna, and Aphrodite. You don't really rely on Aphrodite in this team, and you don't rely on Victoria in this team. Victoria's here just to see you through the first couple of rounds, and Aphrodite is here to give you a bit of an advantage, especially against units like Dahlia, especially against units like opposing Aphrodite, stuff like that, and also Lachesis' secret technology with the Grace of Grace of Shadow skill. So every time Grace of Shadow skill activates for Lachesis, she will debuff the enemy. So remove all buffs from the enemies and also remove all debuffs from us. Janet is here for the sustainability. We're looking to keep Janet alive for as long as possible. That is with the help of Aphrodite. Mavis here is to be your finisher. Mavis will do a lot of work on this team. So again, and Victoria here for the increased defense and increased attack every time an action is taken. So you've got your spear. One sec. You've got your spear, Magmeter. Magmeter is probably the strongest relic in the game. Unfortunately, I've only got a 1 star. An Umbra Torch as well would be very effective if I had it at higher star levels, but again, I don't, unfortunately. We have as well the fan. So in position 5, at the start of battle, the hero in position 5 additionally gains 300% attack and also increases the effectiveness of all allies. Sorry about that. And as well, you have to take into consideration this buff as well. Enhances position 5 at the start of battle. The hero in position 5 gains 200% damage boost plus 300% attack or 320% attack. So very strong artifacts and in combination with your Hope Tree as well. So we move on. This, again, very standard Mistfires team. You've got your 3 Monarchs in the form of Talos, Astrid, Dullahan, Lancelot to provide additional damage for Corrode, and also Catherine up here, just for the stealing as well. Stealing of HP from enemies when they try to heal. So you've got your Mistfires, Royals, Sacrifices, Monarchs, Deviants, Celestials on the team. Gone for Crown for slot 1, got Plague Bow slot 2, and Cauldron for slot 3. Again, Cauldron, very strong, does help reduce the amount of damage that we take. And also, you've got your, for the first 3 rounds of battle, all allies take 50% less damage for your, just to avoid effectively dying on turn 1 or turn 2. It just makes it easier and helps you build up over the course of the match. Now, you've got your... Hold on. There we go. We do have our... this is the 8th team, so this is 4 Royals, 4 Dooms, 3 Sacrifices, 2 Protectors, 2 Strikers, 2 Deviants, and 2 Celestials as well. Ophelia here, every time we increase our HP, we are going to gain additional attack stacks. Lamia here for counter-attacking. You've got Madeline here, just in case all the rest of your units go down. Madeline will start to produce those dragons as well. Dragon summons, very strong, and Seraphina, to provide the healing for the team as well. As you can see, not a lot of healing, but we do want to get up the Grace of Hunters here, and Seraphina does that very quickly. Doris is to provide the additional reflect damage, so that's 4 instances of reflect that you get with Doris on the team. We do have the Claw. So we do have Claw, we have Leviathan, and then we have the Hammer as well. Stun Hammer, very strong, and the Leviathan is very strong as well for silencing enemies, just in case you don't know. Does silence enemies, very powerful effect. And the Claw as well to reduce enemy reflect rate. Now, the enhances position 1. At the start of battle, the hero in position 1 additionally gains 300% max HP. So Lamia is going to have 300% max HP, combined with, at the start of battle, increase max HP of all allies. The increased amount is equal to the 500% of the HP of hero in position 1. This means that the rest of the team will gain not only Lamia's HP, but also the additional HP given by the relic as well. So very strong, very powerful teams. And as well, finally, you've got this, I would say, is probably the strongest team in the game. It's weird to think. It's really weird to think, but it is the Phantom synergy that does it. So Nerissa, Persephone, Elma, and Althea, very strong. Phantoms, and as well Persephone, especially with the increased dodge chance. If you do have her epic runes or her half red runes, then she will also stun enemies when she dodges an attack as well. So keeping her on this front line, very important. She also provides healing, so you're able to build up much faster. You do have Hades and Elma from your Valianters. The reason that you've got Valianters on there is primarily because of the steel, and also Elma is a Phantom, so works in this synergy very well. Nerissa here, every time a unit dies, she will do a lot a lot of attack, especially in this position 5. It's not this one. Yeah, so in position 5 for over down here. Here we go. At the start of battle, gains 200% damage boost. So Nerissa is going to do a lot more damage than she normally would. Althea, just in case one of our team, one of our Avengers goes down. So Persephone goes down, Nerissa goes down, Althea goes down. They will come back right away. Plus Hades and Elma also have a chance to come back as well. You do have the all protection build. So this is your banner, this is your Blades of Chaos, and this is your Hand of Tyr as well. All Avengers relics. So we do get this Avengers relic passive here as well. But here grants, so we've got 3 Avengers, grants the ally team 60% chance to be revived, 1 time per battle. So again, we want Elma, we want Hades to come back. You also have your 4 Phantoms. When an ally dies, 2 of the random fallen allies are revived, restoring 20% of max HP. So it is just about survive, survive, survive for as long as possible until your team have built up enough so that they can attack as well. Very, very strong, very powerful teams. And yeah, I'm very much enjoying my position at number 6 at the moment. Number 5 at the moment. Just slightly beating Azu here. It is close. It is really, really close at the moment. So I am saving up all of my attempts. As you can see, challenge is left 30 out of 35. I've bought my attempts for today, use them. I'm going to get 5 more free tomorrow. I'll use those, and then I will top up again up to that 35 mark. And then in 6 days' time, that's when I'm going to burn through all of them and just see whereabouts I come. So thanks very much for watching. I do hope you've had a fantastic experience so far. And let me know how it's going for you. What are your team setups? Are you enjoying them? Are you not? Do you have anything to say about the setups that we've got already? Really, really appreciate it if you leave a comment down below. So thanks very much for watching. You have a great day.